It was a gun.
I'm not voting.
If we want to build our nation.
The problem with the Somalians.
Just want to experience something else than a black man.
Move on, move
Can't be like a horse with blinkers on.
Honestly say, I was about to have sex and then I pulled
crap,
up.
but it's nice.
When I started to do cycling, I thought I was doing it for me, but eventually the kids of the community, they developed interest within the thing that I was doing. So I had to look after them, to make sure that they also getting access to the sport that I'm doing, even though I had to buy myself a bike. So I need to make sure that they get bikes as well, even though they couldn't even afford to buy them, So that's where, I would say, really to me, as a person, it changed my life.
Ya istori sasekasi bafethu yazi abantwana kufuneka nibafundise iwe ezigrand yanthola kanjani mara zakringiva qha yazi vuka ntombazana cause this is your big day wondlula ibhedi weekend kuzoba okay indlela oqhuba ngayo yazi it is really great ngawe ntombazana I got many things to say there she goes ubalekele goals picture when she grows uzobe gcwele gold angaracer in the whole wild world who knows ibhayisikele yazi is the spot that she chose she goes ubalekele goals picture when she grows uzobe gcwele gold angaracer in the whole wild world who knows ibhayisikele yazi is the spot that she chose there she goes reaching for her goals 13 years old says titizele gold ngakusaqhube ngonohlobo till she grows old ngale ntombazana there's a story to be told abantwana bayasithanda isport but the one that she chose abantu abaninzi babecinga is for boys uqhuba ibhayisikile mfitha kufana noqhuba toys there she goes if you never knew ubalekele boys ku dangerous or race BMX kwezi hamsters na breaks it's a dead game but uyaphambili unesibindi phakathi kwabafana abaninzi kuye yedwa intombazana close to more than 50 indlela sithembe ngayo ngathi yangashiya 80 even edladleni sekonwaba neoledi xa ebuye skela lithi khawuleza mntanam kwenzela ungazubaleki.
Today we've got a race here we came to attend which is been hosted by Songo. So the game is going like this, it's hits first. You go for hits, then if you place, then the last person is eliminated, then they're going for another stage. They select the top riders and they put them together for the next hit, up until to the finals.
One. Ngafane ngamele ku 3 but kodwa bafumene u3 uzuqualify.
Go. Go Zakia, go Zakia. Here we go, look faster.
Yeah, guys. I had to go house to house and collect some old bikes that are lying on top of their roofs, rust, So I've put them together with a mechanic. I had a friend of who was a good mechanic in bicycles. I managed to make 10 bikes. So I've managed to put 10 kids on top of the bikes. We trained together, it's how I started. I was doing this at my backyard, my mom's backyard. So eventually we've got a place now, we've got this place from our community. We didn't even pay a cent to get this ground because of, the impact that we made within the community. The community itself, they could see that we need a piece of ground. So eventually we were given this opportunity to build this track.
We've got over 150 kids in different programs, you know what I mean? The road cycling programs, the BMX program. What we're doing is utilizing sport, specifically cycling, okay, to try and intervene in mitigating all the negative social effects of being in a township with no facilities. So that way we are basically trying to fight against drugs, crime, and antisocial behavior.
What I can say is, for sure, for me to be much involved with these young kids, and as a young person as well, and with my background as well, for me it's quite interesting, and I love it, because for me, yes, it has, and has an impact in terms of changing my life as well, not only for me but for these kids as well. Because for us, when you deal with these young kids, you must always lead them as an example, and you need to share all the challenges that we have gone through, in order for them to understand and know exactly what will be good for them.
I was up for BMX 2009 July. Bandifuna uzikomita ne-sport and basilapha ngasekhaya, and ezinye izinto ndizibalekayo phaa esitratweni ezininzi.
And ke yaye yandinceda ukwakhiwa kwayo. Kaloku izinto zininzi eziqhubekayo abaphandle. Basinde kwizinto mhlawumbi ezirongo ezenzekayo nasifuna kwi-drugs, because abantwana bangoku sebetshaya ii-drugs nabangamantombazana bayasela nosela. So nancedakala uba kaloku abekho kuloo nto. Kube kungena amatyala nalapha endlini undiba because ndingumama ndimtata ndinto yonke.
I grew up in a small area which is a farm, with a lot of vineyards, of which for me that was good because most of the time you could see the environment, it's peacefully and it's quiet, but the biggest challenge is there is nothing that young people can do. The only challenge that you see that young people are getting, they face a lot of challenges, man. It's sad. It's a very sad part of the story. And eventually, if I can just put it out this way, it's killing me inside, but I'm hiding it because I don't want to show it,
Ezinye friends zam ezinye ziyazidibane ne-drugs, and then mna ke ndibaleka ezo zinto ba esitratweni, and then bandike ndifuna uba ndijoyine nje isport.
Itshintshile life yami, ngibonile nami iitshomi zami into bezidlala wrong into ezenzayo, bona ndiyibonile itshintshile life yami. Bendisithi xa ndivele ejimini suke ndiye ebholeni, nasebholeni suke nje simoshe phaa life yami. Xa ndisuka esikolweni ndiyafika nenze into endizenzayo ndisejimini.
Since when I started BMXing, my life has changed, and I've seen some of my friends are doing bad things in the community, so I spend the rest of my time coming here. I go to school, and then when I come back to school, I go home, do some things, my responsibilities, and then come here every day. That's what I do. It changed my life, keeping me healthy, fit every time, and keeping me out of the bad things, and I'm happy with it.
Zininzi emhlabeni ezifana njenge-drugs ezeyuzwa ngabantwana abayanga and above. Ulatita yondi yathintita u-Anita uzama very hard that wenza abantu proud. Uthanda isikolo aphinda athanda ibike that she rides, akho doubt even on the other side.
Mathi ndiye kwi-worlds apha ke mosazi khona i-worlds apha ePietermaritzburg, so ndaweni 6, so ke ngophaa ndiyoprotecta la 6 ba angathathwa ngomnye umntu kwaye ndikuba ndiyakwazi ndidlulele phezu kwala 6, ngoba ngamanye amaxesha ke ndicinga uba ndirhalela ungazi apha, yabo. Then ke ngumakhulu amathi uba mandingahlali endlini mandize ejimini, so isapoti ndifumana kakhulu phaa ekhaya.
Ewe napha ndiyayithanda loo nto leyo because indenza umdla uba abaneli kureya nje zabhayisekile bazireyayo, because laa nto uba umntana usemva esikolweni baye afuna ukuqonda uba why esemva esikolweni, mhlawumbi ufeyilile, yaqonda yintoni le isileleyo kuye uba ngeba makafeyile esikolweni, yaqonda bazokwazi umncedisa.
All these kids are brought here by their parents, and we don't accept any kid who's not at school. And every quarter the kid has to bring their academic results. So this program in fact is very much education based. you could call it an extracurricular outside the school.
We actually try to give them the education about things that's like actually happening out there in the streets, you know, in terms of HIV and AIDS that's killing our society, you know. So we're kind of having some programs that's coming in, you know, within their training sessions during the week, you know, to come like and educate these kids about, you know, how to keep them safe from these killer disease. And not only, you know, the awareness of HIV and AIDS, but the awareness of drug and alcohol abuse. You know, they should be aware of that as well. And in terms of how to behave as well, you know, at school, at home, and within their communities as well. You know, because we want to see these kids being leaders of tomorrow or role models of tomorrow within our communities. Yeah. We were actually invited as part of the development teams, you know, on behalf of BMX South Africa, to take part in the UCI BMX World Champs that was held in Pietermaritzburg. So we eventually went out with 5 kids, you know, which is 4 boys at the age of between 12 and 15, and 1 girl who was 12 by then.
Cycling is a competitive sport. It's also a team sport. You know, it allows them to work in a team. You know what I mean? It teaches them about winning and losing, all right? How to manage challenges, you know, planning for success.
Okay, amantombazana afuna ujoin BMX. Ngathi mabaze apha ngoba apha akuthiwa akufuna amantombazana, akuphikanga amakhwenkwe odwa. So lesi sport asichuzi amakhwenkwe odwa, namantombazana afuna ujoin and asihambi nge-age nayokuqala.
We need to have a plan, not only for today or maybe for 5 years, but we need to have a plan, you know, to make sure that we've got some of our kids, you know, coming out from these unprivileged communities, you know, taking part in this sport, and not only at this sport, but internationally, you know, international level. So yeah, for us it would be good to see some of these kids growing into this sport and taking part in big events, you know, which is the Commonwealth and the Olympic Games as well, you know.
Zininzi emhlabeni ezifana njenge-drugs eziyuzwa ngabantwana abayanga and above. Ulathitha yondi yathintitha u-Anita uzama very hard that wenza abantu proud. Uthanda isikole aphinda athanda ibike that she rides, akho doubt even on the other side kukho abobhuti abathathu. Instead bavula ipub, bavula ibike club. Early 90s uzotsho up until now bakhetha ukwenziwe ye-wise kasibenziwe nice ngoku sekugcwele shining stars. I-medals bazithola abantwana ngoqhuba i-pedals, andazi from emzantsi yangazibona race eFrance. Intombi enthetha ngayo khazi ngoku seluyazi, fundisa nabantwana ekasi baba benolwazi. U-Anita iculture yi-queen of pedals. She rides, she slides and collides, yazi there she goes, ubalekele goals. Picture when she grows, uzobe gwele gold. Angaracer in the whole wild world, who knows? Ibhayisikile yazi is the sport that she chose. She goes, ubalekele goals. Picture when she grows, uzobe gwele gold. Angaracer in the whole wild world, who knows? Ibhayisikile yazi is the sport that she chose.